we celebrate Independence Day, you might want to take a good look at your financial independence. With us this morning, we have Majewski from American Benefits Exchange with 4 tips to help us take control of our debt. Thank you so much for coming in.
Good morning, Tanya. Thank you so much.
This is something that a lot of people, they're overwhelmed with, especially if, nobody ever taught them a little bit about being financially secure and how much money to spend and all that good stuff. So tell us a little bit about what some of the tips are.
Well, financial independence or financial freedom can mean different things to different people. Some people think it's, I don't want to work ever again, I want to have more money than I can ever spend. Others will say it's just getting out of debt and having just enough money so you're not living paycheck to paycheck. So regardless of your definition, there's some things along the way that you can do every day that'll help.
So what is the first step for somebody who maybe has some credit card debt or just otherwise?
Sure, it's setting a goal. And if you have a plan in place, you know where you want to be, then we could help you get there. But I ask my clients all the time, where do you see yourself in 5, 10, maybe 25 years? When do you plan on retiring? How much money do you need in retirement? How's that money going to get there? Surprisingly, 80% of people do not know how much money they need to retire comfortably, and that's a problem. So we can help people get to there if we know what their plan is, what their goal is.
Yeah, and I was going to say, because they tell you put away this much money into your 401k, this much into your savings, but then if you're paying off the debt, I'm sure not a lot of it ends up going into your savings.
Well, that's the next thing is handling debt. First, understanding what your debt is.
Yeah.
Organizing it, if it's student loan, car loan, mortgage, credit card. Write down the balance, write down the interest rate, the payments. That way we can make a plan to pay it off. There's a couple different methods to do that, whichever you choose, but paying off debt is a huge thing, so that way now you can pay yourself for the future.
Yeah, I also like the thought of doing an automated payment plan or something like that, because that way that money gets out of your account, you're not looking at it thinking, what else do I do with it?
Well, once you take care of that debt, now, as I mentioned, you can pay yourself. So having deductions come out of your paycheck going into, say, a savings account that maybe you never touch, it's sitting there for emergencies or big short-term purchases. Then it's the long-term accounts you can set up deductions for, like your 401ks, your IRAs. So now you're putting your money aside for your retirement for your future.
Yeah. So what we're looking at here is people need to find out exactly how much they're paying also, what the interest rate is, and kind of prioritize that, right?
Well, if you can organize it and we can set up a structure to help you pay that down, then you can put more money towards the future, towards getting to that goal that you want to get to and retiring comfortably. And that's the idea. Everybody wants to someday stop working and be able to sit back and relax.
And the last tip that we have is to not listen to your neighbors.
Well,
they may be messing with you a little bit.
This is one of the biggest reasons I see people not hitting their financial independence, is because they're looking at what their neighbors, friends are purchasing and trying to keep up, like that new car, new home, that new piece of technology. So as I mentioned, find a plan that's specific to you, your family, your situation, and don't necessarily pay attention to what other people are doing or feel like you need to keep up.
Definitely. I like all those tips. And if people want some extra help, they can just get in touch with you. Is that right?
Sure. www.thinkabx.com is our website. We're American Benefits Exchange. We'd love to help.
Perfect. Again, abx.com for all of those tips. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Tony. You're welcome.